Hello there, it's welcome back to the Waifus. I'm Sefi, and today I want to thank Shift for making PvP a better place for whales. Because of course, now with the new shuffle in Special Arena, only them can get the first place or the top 5, let's say, right? So let's talk a little bit about PvP and what a good change this is for the whole community. Before we start, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to help me grow the channel. And also you can support my content with the links in the description down below, because I will never get the sponsor issues. So that's it. Also, quick mention that these two summer units both suck. It's really hard justifying using them. We all thought Neon was going to be like the better unit of the two, but as of now, it's Mary, the only one that's decent to be using as an off healer, because even as a main B1 on water teams, you have better alternative. When it comes to Neon itself, she sucks completely. There's like almost no reason to be using her. Even in water teams, the amount of elemental damage she gets is like getting 2 good rolls on like 2 overloaded pieces. So far, it's not worth pulling for either of them unless you are into collecting, which in that case, like most people, get 1 copy. It's completely fine. Don't beat yourself up for getting bad units or whatever people are saying, right? They can be bad, but at the end of the day, we're playing a gacha most of the time to collect characters. That's it. Let's talk about PvP. Before this change went live, there were only 2 real possible outcomes or 2 possible options to say, right? One, it was going to be a good change for everyone. Now it's an even playfield and we have opponents that are around our level, and so we can always have a good fight, and we need to think a little bit more when it comes to our teams. I thought they would go with that option and properly balance PvP, but of course I like my copium and they went with option B, which is placing you with random people that created their accounts on the same day as you, meaning if you are a day 1 player, you are fucked unless you are a top well. And this is the biggest complaint right now on Reddit, Twitter, and even on the official Discord. People complain that the difference between before and now is just too absurd. It's like way too big of a difference for free-to-play players to have a chance now on competing for the challenger spots. Because how is a free-to-play player going to compete with someone that has 1 million combat power? They can't. It's impossible. Some people are on a similar bracket to before, and that's my case more or less, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. But some people are on a similar bracket. They are receiving the same rewards now than on last season, and for them it doesn't change. But that doesn't mean nothing. Like, people are like, oh, if I cannot get gems, you cannot either. I joke with that on the streams, but let's be honest, if you are getting 3,000 gems every season, good for you. That's nice. But Shift Up, a way of solving that is not removing free gems for everyone and just giving them to whales. That's just fucking everyone up. Well, you are not, of course, bothering your whales because they don't care. They will still be top 1. So on my previous bracket, I was a similar position. In fact, I was a Diamond 2 this morning, so someone must have fight with me. You go to battle records and I lost and someone took my place, which is completely fine. I don't mind that. But on my last season, I was able to get into Challenger. I was able to compete with people on the top 10, or at least on the, top 10 to 7, let's say. Not more. But now I don't really have that much of a chance to join in these ranks, because the first guy is like 600k, which is not a lot compared to some other brackets that I've seen, but it's still someone on level 284. There is absolutely no way I can fight that guy. Then the other 2 first spots are for a 255 and then a 247. A 255 with a multiple max core units, which is going to be super hard to compete against, and then the Locos, which was on my previous bracket, and he's still maintaining a good position. So the biggest difference is before I was able to fight my way into Challenger. Now I can't. There is no way I can get into that position because the other people in there are just way too strong, which once again, I got lucky with my bracket. This is people with 500,000 CP when I have between 450 to 480 if I change my teams, and they have like between 5 to 600k, which once again, it's a weird case where I got some lag on my end. Most people got completely fucked over. You can go see the pictures. They have people with more than 1 million, 1.5 million CP, and it's like, damn, there is absolutely no chance for you. So the people who were previously on the servers are now thrown into a competition that they don't even have a chance, making most of your player base not wanting to play a game mode that, it's just a funny little thing you have to do every day. Now it's a chore because you are not doing anything. You will do only Rookie Arena and you will completely ignore the special one. And some people are like, if you don't like it, just do a special arena. And that's like, bro, you are a retard. All game modes should be balanced for everyone to enjoy, not only for whales. And the biggest problem with NIKKE is they are balancing only around the worlds, solo raid, union range, and now special arena. And so I don't mind heading into a direction of mono elemental teams if we get a good balance. But if we are balancing everything around the top players, you will end up like a lot of games that are just dead, and it makes absolutely no sense in my opinion. Which is something else that people are also voicing their concerns. But why try doing PvP or do PvP missions every day when it's a game mode that is giving you almost no rewards and it's making you more mad than actually having fun? Because guys, this is a game. If we're not having fun, what's the point, right? And so I would really like if they start balancing things better and we are heading into a direction where we all can compete. I don't mind Wells getting better rewards. I don't mind if they have a specific game modes where they can see who has a bigger PP and who has better units and who spends more money. I don't care. What I want is for everyone to be able to compete on an environment where they feel they have a chance. And most people right now for PvP don't stand a chance because the majority of players are free-to-play or light spenders. So I wish they did change that. Do let me know if you think these changes are good or bad. I've seen some people defend the shuffle. I was still waiting to see multiple brackets to see how people were doing. I was on Copium like, okay guys, it might be a good change. Of course, when we give them too much credit, shift up goes 2 steps forward and then they go 5 backwards. So what is the possible solution to all of this? Well, first of all, shift up needs to communicate with us even more. Like I've said this since day one. It's nice that we are getting a monthly developer note, but sometimes something like this happens, right? Like where they make a change or they release a unit that's completely underwhelming and we hear nothing from them until the next developer note if they decide to address this problem. So we have to wait until July to see if they will say anything about the Neon or about Mary or about balancing game modes, in this case PvP and the shuffle or solo junior raid. In fact, we are getting a new junior raid this weekend, I believe, on the 30th. Next week, we are getting the next junior raid. So we'll see how it goes. Probably we are getting a lot of fire bosses because a lot of water units are here now. So I would love if they decide to, start addressing problems on a more timely manner. I think that's like the most important part for most people. Like they can release a shitty unit like Neon, but if they go forward and they're like, hey guys, we are thinking of balancing a little bit better her skills, people will be like, okay, that's cool, fucking nice. Finish this off. I want to say something that I saw one of the Reddit posts that I was checking this morning, and it's, guys, a reminder, NIKKE is best enjoyed when you think of it as an idle PvE game and nothing else. If you want to compete in NIKKE, if you want to do any of the end game activities, which right now it's PvP, Special Arena, Solo Raid and Junior Raid, you have no chance, so just take this as an idle game for now. I hope we start seeing some changes in the future because, again, I love this game. If not, I will still not be making videos and streaming every day. But sometimes they decide to do things that make absolutely no sense. All that said, just a little rant like always. I love ranting. Do let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you to my patrons for making this content possible. If you want to join them, you can with the links in the description down below. Good luck with your pool dinner rates and see you in the next one.
役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブランとノワールのショータイムです。天地万物を切るとはこういうことだ。